Test 1, 2. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test, test, test.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome you to our game tonight with our guests, the Thunder.
Good evening. You're watching SCTV. I'm Mike Stahlbaumer, and today is the 13th of January.
Hello, my name is Nemaha, and I'm a senior basketball player.
Taking on Royal Valley, who is sitting at 2-6 on the season.
For the Thunder.
First time these two will meet up. Here are the starting lineups. For Nemaha Central, a 5'11 sophomore, number 3, Callie Honeyman. For the Panthers, a 5'10 senior, number 3, Kennedy Bryan. For Nemaha Central, we have a 5'6 sophomore, number 14, Hallie Holthouse. And for the Panthers, a 5'9 senior, number 4, Allison Ladson. For Nemaha Central, a 5'10 senior, number 15, Addie Holthouse. For the Cyclones, a 5'9 sophomore, number 5, Samantha Klotz. For the Thunder, a 5'6 sophomore, number 30, Cammie Dollinghouse. And for the Panthers, a 5'11 senior, number 32, Morgan Davis. For the Thunder, a 6' sophomore, number 31, Reagan Garrity. And for the Panthers, a 5'10 sophomore, number 33, Athena Broadus. Head coach for Nemaha Central, Haddon Hilton. Assistant coaches Curtis Tapkenhorst and Michael Glassick. Head coach for the Royal Valley Panther girls team is David Bosher. Assistant coaches Josh Jackson and Laura Golden. I'm Mike Stahlbaumer. I'll be calling the game for you here this evening. We got Bill Osterhaus on the camera, Caleb Brittenauer with the production work. Lady Thunder undefeated and the number 1 team in the Big 7. Lady Thunder are in their road purple jerseys and Royal Valley in white. Starting here tonight is Hallie Holthouse in place of Ella Larkin. She sprained her ankle last Tuesday in the game there with Riverside. Sitting out here this game. Maybe she'll see some time on the floor. She is suited up and did work out with them. Royal Valley controls the tip to start the game. They'll have first possession. Tried to feed it down low and knocked away out of bounds by Cammie Dollinghouse. Ladson to inbound. They get it into Bryan. Bryan in the lane. Up with a shot. She bumped into Holthouse. Bumped into Holthouse, no foul call. They let that one go. Goes out of bounds. Thunder ball. Dollinghouse to Cammie or to Honeyman. Holthouse over to Hallie. Baseline. Garrity back out. Tip ball into the backcourt. Klotz got a finger on it or hand on it. Poked it in the backcourt. No chase after it though. Thunder still with the possession. Garrity. Comes to Honeyman. Zone defense from the Lady Panthers. Hallie Holthouse driving, lost it. Pass down the floor. They get it to Klotz, up with a shot, missed. Rebound goes to Addie Holthouse going the other way. Now to Hallie. Cammie Dollinghouse driving to the glass, up with a shot, is fouled. Dollinghouse might have got away with the travel to start that drive. It looked to me like she might have got a step in there before she put the ball on the floor. First foul on Royal Valley, though. Charge number 32, Morgan Davis. Cammie Dollinghouse with the first free throw of the game. That one's a bit strong and away. Second free throw for Dollinghouse. Rattles out. Rebound goes to Klotz. Ladson brings it up the floor. Davis, baseline, kicks out. Shot up for three is good from Kennedy Bryant.
Kennedy Bryant for three.
And the Panthers on the board first. Holthouse, Dallinghouse. Now skipped it over to Hallie. Back to Cammie. Hallie with the ball. Baseline, Garrity. High post. Holthouse, Addie Holthouse back out to Hallie. Gives it to Honeyman. Comes to the near side. Cammie to the baseline. Baseline's passed across from Garrity to Hallie. She'll put up a three ball. That one's too strong. Garrity getting the rebound. They're going to get a foul call on who on this one? Looks like it's going to go on the Panthers. They'll be their second foul. Second team foul. This one charged number 33, Athena Broadus. Thunder will inbound. Dallinghouse to inbound, finds Garrity. Dallinghouse kicks out to Hallie. High post, Garrity. Back out. Under 6 to go here. Ball's knocked loose, and the Panthers pick it up. Bryant in the middle of the floor. Crossover, dash down to the low post. And dribbled out of bounds by Morgan Davis. Couldn't corral it. And turns it back over to Nemaha Central. Looks like we are going to get a timeout call by head coach Haddon Hilchin. Be, I believe, a 30-second timeout. We'll take a break. You're watching SCTV.
Buying a new vehicle doesn't have to be stressful. Just ask any of our customers.
Wow, that was easy.
Our inventory keeps growing because of our great deals and friendly service. We invite you to come to Nemaha Valley Motors in Seneca, where we have the latest new Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks for the farmer and all of us. Did you say sports cars? Oh yeah, we have those too.
Come see us. It's like a car show every day.
Experience the difference at Nemaha Valley Motors in Seneca.
Attacking the basket and moving the ball real well. In my opinion, Royal Valley is more active, and although the score is just 3-0. Pass down low, looking for Holthouse, and overhead out of bounds. I'd like to see Garrity turn around and take that jump shot. Square up to the basket and put it up. She's never done that there. I think if she just gets confidence with her shot, she can maybe do that. Ladson now off to Davis. Up the floor. They find Klotz. Now back to Ladson. Over to Bryan. She'll try it for three. That one's going to miss. Tipped in. Saved back in right into Addie Holthouse's hands. She'll go down the floor. Kicks to the corner. Cammie Dallinghouse drives in. Up with a shot. Is fouled, and the shot is good. Cammie Dallinghouse with the basket and an and one opportunity. Third team foul on the Panthers. And this one, I believe, charged to Kennedy Bryant. Her first personal. Dallinghouse's free throw is short. And the Panthers with a 1-point lead. Ladson skips it over to Broadus. Down low. Up with a shot blocked by Honeyman. Goes out of bounds. I don't know why she didn't go after that ball. Panthers. That ball denied inbound from Honeyman again. They get it into Bryan. They skip it over to Broadus. Now into the middle. Looking for Morgan Davis, and then turned it over. Addie Holthouse with the ball. Pushing up the floor to the middle of the floor. Crossover step. Shot up. That one's going to miss. Garrity trying to battle for the rebound, and we got a jump ball call. Possession arrow goes to Nemaha Central. Dallinghouse into Hallie. Now back to Garrity on the baseline as poked away from behind by Davis. Ladson, high post, poked away. That one's Garrity trying to get a steal, and she gets tripped up. And this foul will be charged to number 4, Alyssa Ladson. Oh, wait, they're going to charge that too. Yep, thought they were charging that to Garrity where the players are still on the floor, but that foul does go to Alyssa Ladson. Her first, 4th team foul on the Panthers. Dollinghouse. Ellie Ruski trying to feed it down low to Holthouse. Loose on the floor, and then she throws it away. She was trying to kick it out to the wing as she was getting surrounded by Panthers. Thought she had a player there, but not. And a turnover. Bryant over to Ladson. Cross half court. Into the hands of Klotz. Now to Davis. Baseline jumper is going to miss. Tipped out. Addie Holthouse with the rebound. Holthouse up the middle of the floor. Goes down the lane. Layup. Left-handed miss. Garrity with the rebound. Puts a shot up. And a foul. Garrity will shoot 2. And the 5th team foul charged to the Panthers. Athena Broadus picks up her 2nd personal foul. Garrity will shoot 2 here. Gets the first one. Reagan Garrity shooting about 80% from the free throw line. Second free throw, that one misses. We have a tie game, though, at 3. Low-scoring game, just under 4 minutes, first quarter. Bryan kicks back. Ladson now over to number 11, Ty. And knocked away out of bounds off the Thunder. Michaela Ty, number 11, in for the Panthers. Into Klotz. Now looking to get it to Bryan, and she throws it away out of bounds. Bring it over to Ruski. Down to the middle. Honeyman tipped just through her hands. Down the lane. Bryan up with a shot. She is fouled. First foul on the Thunder. Charge number 31, Reagan Garrity. Free throws for Royal Valley. Bryan gets the first one to drop through.
Back in with the Thunder.
Second free throw from Bryan misses. Rebound, Addie Holthouse. Pass ahead to Garrity, running the floor, up underneath. Good for Reagan Garrity. Nemaha Central with their first lead, 5-4. Ty lost it, gathered it back up. Now over to Ladson. Ladson spin move, shot up, is going to miss. Rebound to Bryan, to put back good for Kennedy Bryan. Kennedy Bryan with all 6 points for Royal Valley. Hallie Holthouse needed to feed it down low. They get it to Holthouse. Addie Holthouse needed to go for that shot. She's going to get called for 3 seconds in the lane. And the turnover. 6-5, Royal Valley. 2:48 to go first quarter. Ladson over to Ty. Ty turns back across to Klotz. Klotz back to Ty. She'll try it for 3. That one's off the mark and out of bounds. Honeyman to Dollinghouse. Addie Holthouse. Darlinghouse over to Hallie. Honeyman finds Addie Holthouse in the lane. Turnaround jumper. It's too strong. Honeyman down the lane with a shot. Missed it. The rebound goes to Klotz for the Panthers. Ladson will try it for three. That one's going to miss. Tipped. And Holthouse with the ball. Holthouse looking ahead. Out of the corner. Darlinghouse drives in, pulls up for the jumper. Swish is good. Cammie Darlinghouse with her second field goal. 7-6 Nemaha Central. Tie across half court. Now to Bryan. Bryan will drive to the glass, goes around underneath, kicks it out. Klotz for the two. High off the glass, missed. Rebound Darlinghouse. Running the other way. Darlinghouse splits defenders to the glass for two. Good. Cammie Darlinghouse taking it coast to coast and a 3-point lead for Nemaha Central. And now we've got a timeout call. 30-second timeout. Minute 16 to go first quarter. We'll be back.
Sailor Insurance has been serving our customers in the Midwest for over 90 years. At Sailor Insurance, we value every family story as we help protect their dreams and their future. Our goal is to make sure that you have the right insurance coverage to protect your family, home, farm, and business so you can focus on what truly matters. Learn more about what we can do for you at SailorInsurance.com.
Good by Addie Holthouse.
assist from Ruski. Holthouse with 12 points. And there's a steal from Holthouse. They're trying to feed it down to Broadus. Addie Holthouse driving down the lane, couldn't get it under control and lost it out of bounds.
Morgan Davis in for the Panthers.
4:19 to go, second quarter, 26-12. Bryan over to Broadus. Now down low, looking for Klotz, out to Davis for two. Morgan Davis with her first field goal of the game. Allie Holthouse turns back, goes over to Ruski. Now down the post. Addie Holthouse with a shot blocked by Broadus. And turned over to the Panthers. Bryan drives, kicks off, Lattis. Ladson now lost it. There's Addie Holthouse, stolen back. There's Bryan. The 4-2.
Good by Bryan.
Honeyman. Halley, now to Hermish. Ruski. Allie Holthouse. We'll go over to Ruski, now to the low post. Up with a shot. They're going to get a foul call on number 32, Morgan Davis, her second. Seventh team foul. Holthouse will shoot two.
Addie Holthouse shooting two.
3:04 to go, second quarter. Thunder struggling from the free throw line here in this first half. Second free throw from Holthouse. That one's good. Two of 7 free throw shooting on the evening for Nemaha Central. And there's a pass poked away out of bounds by Honeyman. Garrity and Dollinghouse check back in. Hermish and Ruski come out. Ladson to inbound. They find Bryan in the corner, near corner. Pass it across the floor to Broadus. Now going back down low and stolen away by Dollinghouse. Dollinghouse will go all the way to the glass and lost the ball. Picked up by Bryan. Bryan to the near wing. Will now drive down the lane. Passes across. Nice drive and give to Klotz for two.
Assist Bryan.
Dollinghouse to Holthouse. Addie Holthouse finds Garrity down the post. Back out. Cammie Dollinghouse will drive. And a foul call on Ladson. Ladson picks up her third personal foul. Eighth team foul will put Dollinghouse on the line to shoot at 1-1.
Dollinghouse shooting. Taylor Ty in for the Panthers.
Ty checks in for Ladson. Dollinghouse free throw is good. She'll shoot another. Second free throw from Dollinghouse is good as well. She gets them both. 29-18. 2:14 and counting till halftime. Bryan gives it to Ty. Ty looking for Broadus and taken away by Holthouse. Off to Halley. Halley now feeds it low to Garrity. Garrity out to Honeyman. Now to Addie. Back out to Honeyman. Holthouse looking to pass down, the quick pass down low, and it's knocked away. Panthers with some active hands there in the lane in the low post. There's a steal. They were looking for Broadus. Addie Holthouse all the way for 2. And now we've got a full timeout called. This one, I believe, taken by Royal Valley. 31-18, minute 24 to go, 27 to go here until halftime. We'll be back.
Just a few miles out of town, pavement ends. The world opens up, and you can see for miles. For generations, families have planted and harvested, struggled and prospered, all working together to build something better for the next in line. We know what it means to love a lifestyle, to be a part of a tradition, to be united. United Bank and Trust, banking for your way of life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
I'd like to recognize some more sponsors for SCTV. We have First Heritage Bank, Life Care Center of Seneca, Mitchell Appliance, Nemaha Valley Community Hospital. I'd like to thank our sponsors for supporting us and helping bring local programming to the community. (31-18), Holthouse with 11 points in the second quarter, 15 in the game. Addie Holthouse, 15 points, and Cammie Dallinghouse with 8 here in the first half. Those two players pacing their team. Kennedy Bryan with 10 points for the Panthers. Bryan, nice crossover down the lane, shot up off the glass, rebound, save back in. Holthouse let it go out of bounds. It'll go to Nemaha Central. Hermish is back on the floor for Nemaha Central. Garrity is catching a breather right now. Dallinghouse over to Honeyman. To Hermish, right in the hands of Holthouse. She'll put up a shot and couldn't get it to fall. Rebound Klotz, now off to Bryan. Bryan on the wing. Spins. Turns back at the lane. Shot up from Klotz for 3. It's going to miss. Rebound bounced right into the hands of Honeyman. Hermish. Skip pass over to Honeyman. Now to Halley. Back to Honeyman. Dallinghouse, Honeyman, Holthouse to the corner. Honeyman passed up the 3. She got pushed out of bounds, and there was no call on that. That was a pretty solid bump from my viewpoint. The officials let that one go, and they're going to call it out of bounds on Nemaha Central. Bryan with the ball. Now gets it off to Klotz, skips it over to Ty. Ty for 3, good. Michaela Ty with her first 3-pointer. Out of bounds off Royal Valley. 31-21 with 3.8 seconds to go here till half. Thunder have an inbound play to set up the shot. Now to Honeyman. Holthouse denied. Hermish. Cammie Dallinghouse did not get it off in time. That is the end of the first half. 31-21. Nemaha Central leading Royal Valley by 10 after the first half of play. We'll take a break, recognize our sponsors for SCTV. We'll be back with some halftime stats at the start of the second half.
Do you want to be part of something big where you play a role in not only your day-to-day tasks, but also in the communities that you serve? Ag Partners is a full-service agricultural cooperative owned by area farmers, residents, and businesses. And our team works every day to help contribute to their success, keeping profits in the communities we all call home. We have more than 25 locations across Northeast Kansas, Southeast Nebraska, and Northwest Missouri, and offer career opportunities in all areas of our core divisions of grain, energy, and agronomy. We continue to look for the right team members to grow successfully together through our core values of honesty, integrity, and teamwork. To us, investing in our people and operations means everyone can do their best work safely while assisting in our mission of helping our patrons achieve value and growth. If you're looking for a career with great benefits and a focus on your future success with opportunities for individual growth, come join our team.
All right, this is Adam. Take 2. Mark.
Germantown, Mavericks,
Mary Run.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community, the fan base, and just the support and encouragement that you get from your family and your friends is great.
The hardest thing about cheer for me is tumbling, because I'm actually a dancer outside of school, and so the tumbling dynamics versus the dance dynamics was totally opposite.
I feel like choir has given me just such great memories. We are always just, singing with our harmonies and with other people, and it's just so cool. It's so fun.
One of my favorite memories from cross country this past year was when my team made it to state. At the race, everyone picked up their games, and when the 5th guy crossed and he made it, everyone was just so excited and outbursts, couldn't control their feelings.
By playing basketball, I learned that I can almost do anything I want. If I set my mind to it, I can achieve my goals if I have a plan.
A great reason to get yourself involved in sports and activities is to meet new people and create new relationships, experience new things, and do stuff that you've never done before.
My reason why is commitment.
My reason why is passion,
Friendships,
Pride.
My reason why is to keep going.
My name is Rich Vernon. I've been the sheriff for Nemaha County since 2006. I've actually been employed by the Nemaha County Sheriff's Office back since 1990. That puts me in my 30th year of law enforcement here in Nemaha County. Now, I grew up in this county. I'm a lifelong resident. I've lived in this county. I grew up in the 80s. There was a lot of alcohol consumption back then. I know a lot of parents look at it like we did it when we were kids, so why can't our kids do it? If you, as a parent, or your children actually allow people to come into your homes or on your lands and drink or consume alcohol or even possess it, then you could be held liable for this law. This law carries penalties up to a $1,000 fine, and it is a Class A misdemeanor, which can actually include jail time. I can tell you, after doing this for 30 years and spending those years pulling young men and young women out of ditches lifeless, that has changed my attitude towards alcohol and towards its consumption of minors greatly. And I hope and pray that anything you can do to keep that from happening in the future, you will do, and try to keep our young children alive. Thank you.
In Nemaha County, I'm Jared Snyder, one of the family physicians at Seneca Family Practice. I don't know if you're aware, but there's a study by the state of Kansas that comes out about every year surveying our young kids in the community, ages 12 through 18. Would you be surprised to know 25% of our kids that responded between ages 12 and 18 responded saying that they had drank alcohol in the 30 days prior to the survey. And when you take into consideration and break that down, that's 4% of 6th graders, 12% of 8th graders, 34% of sophomores, and 48% of our high school seniors reporting alcohol use in the month leading up to the survey. And that's an upward trend, a year-over-year upward trend, and approaching double the state averages. Some will say kids will be kids, or if they're going to drink, they may as well do it at my house so I can have oversight. And frankly, those arguments are getting people hurt. It's leading to medical problems, addiction, and lifelong habits. We really do need to change the culture of alcohol in our community. 21 is 21 for a reason. I would just urge the community members to say, let's save some lives. The change starts at home.
Welcome back. Welcome back. You're watching SCTV. I'm Mike Stahlbaumer. A minute and a half before we get to the start of the second half of this game. Nemaha Central leading 31-21 over the Royal Valley Lady Panthers. Scoring this game for Royal Valley, Kennedy Bryan with 10 points. 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Alyssa Ladson with 3. Samantha Klotz with 2. Michelle Ty with 3. And Morgan Davis with 3. 1 of 2 from the free throw line. For Nemaha Central, Callie Honeyman with 2 points. Hallie Holthouse with 3. Addie Holthouse with 15 points and 1 of 2 from the free throw line. She leads all scorers here so far tonight. Cammie Dollinghouse with 8 points. 2 of 5 from the free throw line. And Reagan Garrity with 3 points, 1 of 2 from the line. Next week is the Thunder Classic. The Nemaha Central Thunder boys team will play on Tuesday, January 17th. They will take on the St. Mary's Academy team. There's 7 teams in this tournament, so the bracket that Nemaha, the side of the bracket that Nemaha Central is in, they will play kind of a bracket to determine who's 1, who's 2, and who will be 3, and the 4th team in their bracket just is out of the tournament. So Nemaha Central plays St. Mary's Academy. On the other side of that is Atchison taking on Jackson Heights. So if Nemaha Central wins, they'll play the winner of Atchison-Jackson Heights. If they lose, they'll play the loser of the Atchison-Jackson Heights game. If they lose both games to start off that tournament, then they're done. They will not play on Saturday. So right now, Nemaha Central is scheduled to play at 7:30 on Tuesday, the 17th, against St. Mary's Academy. And then, depending if they win, if they lose, they'll play at 4:30. If they win, they'll play at 7:30 on Thursday, the 19th. And then, assuming they win one of those games, then they will be playing on Saturday. First game at 3, the second game at 4:30, and the last game at 6 on Saturday. Thunder with the ball to start here the second half. The shot up was missed. Holthouse out to Hallie Holthouse, top the key. They'll swing it over to Dollinghouse on the wing. Now Holthouse in the middle lane. They give it to Honeyman, up with a layup, short. And the rebound goes to Davis. Now Latson with the ball, playing with 3 fouls. Down underneath Klotz, looking to pass in the middle of them, tipped away out of bounds. Other teams in that Thunder Classic is Marysville, St. Mary's, and Hiawatha. They're in the other pool, and they will just play kind of a round robin. They'll play each other, and all 3 of those teams will play 3 games in that tournament. There's a shot up from Bryan. It's going to miss. Rebound goes to Hallie Holthouse. Now to Cammie Dollinghouse. Pass to the lane post. Shot up for Garrity is going to miss, and the rebound goes to Klotz for the Panthers. Bryan over to Broadus. Looking for Davis. Tipped away. There's Honeyman. Grabs the ball. Now they're going to get a jump ball call. Possession will stay with Royal Valley. Ladson to inbound. Tipped. Broadus able to corral it. Now caught in the backcourt, needing some help. Taken away by Hallie Holthouse. Now back to Addie. To the glass for 2. Good. Good teamwork by the sisters, and 2 points for Nemaha Central, 33-21. Klotz passing across the lane all the way across to the corner to Broadus. She couldn't hang on to it and dribbled it out of bounds. Michelle Ty checks in for Broadus. Over to Hallie, back to Cammie. Now Honeyman. Honeyman will try it for three. Good for Callie Honeyman. She lined it up. Nobody came out to play her. She hits it. 36-21. Shayla Ty, double team, gets it off to Klotz. Now passes it all the way over to the wing. There is a drive to the glass by Brian Miss. Klotz with a follow-up. Putback foul. Klotz will shoot two. Thunder called for their first team foul of the half. This one goes on Cammie Dollinghouse. Only 2 fouls called on Nemaha Central in the first half. Both of them went to Reagan Garrity. That is only the 3rd foul called on Nemaha Central in the game. Klotz missing the first one. (36-21), 6:17, third quarter. That free throw misses. Rebound goes to Garrity. Dollinghouse, cross half court. Hallie, they're going to feed it down to Addie Holthouse, knocked away out of bounds by Davis. Into Holthouse. Down the lane, lost it. Back out to Honeyman. Hallie. Holthouse, middle lane, deflected away. Honeyman able to track it down. Now back out to Hallie, over to Cammie, an open three. There's Garrity into the middle. Holthouse for two. Good. Good ball movement. They rotated around the floor and into the middle and found Holthouse open for the easy deuce. 38-21. Thunder with the first 7 points here in the third quarter. Panthers looking for their first field goal yet here in a half. Bryan back out. Davis for two. That one's going to miss. Rebound goes to Klotz. Back across the lane to Ty. Now out to Bryan. Bryan, she'll try it for three. Misses. Rebound goes to Addie Holthouse. Holthouse crashing the board. Now tripped up from behind. They're going to get Ty for the foul. Michaela Ty picks up her first personal, first team of the half for the Panthers. Into Dollinghouse. Now to Hallie. To the corner. Garrity. Dollinghouse. Back to Hallie. Dollinghouse down into Garrity in the lane. Up with a shot is fouled by number 32, Morgan Davis. Davis charged with her third personal, second team. Garrity will shoot two.
Fouls on Morgan Davis for the Panthers. Reagan Garrity shooting two.
Free throw from Garrity, missed. Second free throw. That one missed as well, in and out. Rebound Klotz, pass up the floor looking for Bryan. I don't know if that was touched or not. I know Holthouse was getting up there for it. If she'd have let it go, I don't think anybody would have got it. Regardless. There's an inbound to Ty in the corner. Picks up her dribble. Trying to get it to Klotz, and it goes out of bounds. Ruski will head in. Honeyman will come out. (38-21). Thunder with a 17-point lead. 4:45 and counting, third quarter. Dollinghouse. Back to Garrity. Hallie. Hallie with the ball. Now they'll feed it down low. Kick back out. Ruski for three. Bounced around, missed. Garrity with the rebound and fouled on the putback attempt. Garrity will go back to the free throw line to shoot two. Foul is on number 5, Samantha Klotz. Her first, third team. Garrity hits the first one. Klotz comes out, Stitham in for Royal Valley. Second free throw from Reagan Garrity. Gets that one to go. 3 of 6 free throw shooting for Garrity. They get it into Ty. Up the floor to Ladson. Skips it over to Bryan. Bryan got away with the travel. She pulled that pivot foot, and there's a turnover taken away by Garrity. Dollinghouse down the lane, kicks out. Garrity over to Ruski, near side. Now to Halley. Halley Holthouse with the ball, back to Ruski. They find Addie Holthouse in the lane. Kicks out. Ruski will try another 3 in a corner. That one's too strong. Cammie Dollinghouse with the rebound. Now to Halley. They give it off to Cammie Dollinghouse. Now to Halley, down low. Addie Holthouse comes up underneath with a shot, short. Battle for the rebound, tipped out. Ruski grabs the loose ball. Now over to Cammie. Officials are really kind of letting this play go. I'm surprised they haven't called some of them fouls down in there. Garrity, nice look to Addie Holthouse. No foul, is stripped away out of bounds by Ty. Broadus comes into the game as Davis will come out. They get it into Holthouse. Halley to Cammie. Quick with the shot. That one's short. Broadus with the rebound. Bryan drive down the lane is short. Pass ahead looking for Holthouse. Holthouse, great presence to get control of herself and get the shot up. 6 points in the third quarter. 21 points in the game for her now. There's another steal. Holthouse with the ball now off to Dollinghouse. They'll take their time with this one, 42-21. 21-point lead for Nemaha Central. Halley Holthouse now about to Dollinghouse. Skips to Ruski. Down low. Holthouse back out. Holthouse to Dollinghouse. Poked away, but gathered back up. Holthouse in the lane, pulls up for the jumper. Good. Addie Holthouse from just inside the free throw line. Ladson double teamed. Timeout called by head coach David Bocher. It'll be a full timeout, I believe. It is. 2:06 to go, third quarter. We'll be back.
As a cooperative, Ag Partners has deep ties to each community we call home. Our employees have worked, lived, and volunteered alongside generations of patrons in these rural areas, building relationships through years of trust. Looking ahead at the ever-changing world and ag industry, we look forward to working and growing together to help feed the world. Ag Partners, partnering for the future.
I'd like to recognize some more sponsors for SCTV. We have Elk State Bank, Farm Bureau Insurance, S&S Automotive and Towing, United Bank and Trust, and SBS Insurance. I'd like to thank our sponsors for supporting us, helping bring local programming to the community. Thunder leading 44-21, a comfortable 23-point lead. A bit of a slow start for the Lady Thunder to start the game, but Royal Valley being very aggressive, and they still are. Just Nemaha Central I believe, has found a way to deal with it and become more aggressive themselves. They've been pounding it into Addie Holthouse, and the Panthers have not had a solution for her. Ladson, 5-second call, and it's turned over to Nemaha Central. Boy, that seemed like a quick 5. I thought maybe she had another second or so on that. Dollinghouse to Honeyman. Hermish, fresh into the game, over to Ruski. Now Garrity in the lane. Addie Holthouse is out, taking a breather. Cammie Dollinghouse, she'll spot up. They're going to call an offensive foul on Nemaha Central. Dollinghouse hit the shot, but the foul call as she was in the process of shooting. The shot does not count, and Garrity picks up her third personal foul. For second team. So of the fouls called, there's only 4 called on Nemaha Central. 3 of them been charged to Garrity. Pass into the lane, looking for Stitham. She lost it, gathered it back up, couldn't get a shot off. Ladson now to Stitham, up with a quick shot, good for Avery Stitham. Her first field goal. Bryan with an assist. Dollinghouse with the ball. Brings it to Ruski. Garrity. Now over to Honeyman. Hermish. High post. Down the lane. Looked to go up the shot. Lost it. Goes out of bounds off of the Panthers. Dollinghouse to inbound the ball for Hermish. Garrity over to Ruski. Open in the corner for 3. Too strong. Tipped out of bounds by Nemaha Central. .47 seconds and counting. Bryan with the ball. Ladson looking for Bryan down low. Able to get it and flipped it up backwards and in for 2. First field goal from Kennedy Bryan in the second half. Cammie Dollinghouse driving in, lost it. Bryan with the ball. Now to the wing. Stitham drives, pulls up for the jump shot. Good for Stitham. 4 quick points for the end of the half for the Panthers. 3 seconds. Honeyman, the open 3. Front iron missed. That's no good. That's the end of the first half. 44-27. Nemaha Central leading here and at the end of the third quarter. We'll be back. You're watching SCTV.
S&S Automotive and Towing in Seneca is your locally owned and operated full-service automotive shop. Experience the family-like atmosphere and state-of-the-art service department, including digital inspections and text-to-pay. We know your time is valuable, so we offer pickup and delivery services. We service all makes and models and provide fast and honest service at a fair price. S&S Automotive and Towing Incorporated has been servicing Nemaha County for over 20 years. Visit us online or call us today.
Welcome back. You're watching SCTV. Thunder leading 44-27 at the end of 3.
For the Panthers, Maggie Cook and Addie Holthouse back into the Thunder.
So Maggie Cook is on the floor for Nemaha Central. Hallie Holthouse, Cammie Dollinghouse, Reagan Garrity, and Addie Holthouse for Nemaha Central. It's Bryan, Broadus, Stitham, Davis, and Klotz for Royal Valley. Dollinghouse with the ball. Gets it to Holthouse, so kick it back out. Cook now gives it off to Hallie. Over to Addie. Hallie Holthouse with the ball. Drives. Looking to come around underneath. Scoops a shot up. Couldn't get it to go. Addie Holthouse trying to save it back in. Does. Hands it off to Dollinghouse. The Thunder keep possession. Hallie with the ball. Now to Addie. Cammie. There's Hallie opening up underneath. Didn't get a clean pass underneath. There's Addie Holthouse for the shot for 2. In and out missed. Rebound Klotz. 17-point lead for Nemaha Central. Stitham goes to the baseline, pass across the lane, and bounces it off the leg of Addie Holthouse out of bounds. There's Bryan into the lane, passes it back to Davis. Davis with a jumper, good. Davis with 5 points. Hallie. Garrity back to Dallinghouse. Dallinghouse over to Cook. Down to the low post. Holthouse, turnaround jumper, missed. Broadus with the rebound, gets double teamed, gets it out to Bryan. Now up the floor, quickly into the middle. Stolen away by Cook. Now to Hallie. Cammie. Holthouse coming down the lane, open, back out. Dallinghouse will need some help. She'll put up a 3, short. Holthouse with the rebound. Now it's loose on the floor. They're going to get a foul call on Royal Valley on the reach in. It's going to go against Broadus. Athena Broadus picks up her 3rd personal.
Alyssa Latson back into the Panthers.
4th team foul on the Royal Valley Panthers. There's a shot up from Holthouse, blocked. Reagan Garrity tried to put it back and couldn't get it. Gammy Dallinghouse grabs the loose ball. Now back out high to Cook. Hallie. Cook. Over to into the middle. Addie Holthouse back out. Cammie Dallinghouse. Tip ball. It's going to go in the backcourt. Grab that ball. They're going to get a foul call on Royal Valley. Klotz.
Foul on Samantha Klotz.
Cook almost looked like she didn't want to pick it up. I don't know if it's not maybe a backcourt call, but luckily it turned into a foul on Royal Valley. Garrity. 3 seconds in the lane called on Addie Holthouse. Timeout. Haddon Hilton, full timeout. 5:25 to play in the game. 44-29. We'll be back.
Every day, hardworking people wake up early and open their doors to the people in their community. They provide more than just goods and services. They create relationships. Small business is alive and well, making life in our communities possible. You know what it means to support, to be part of a community, to be united. United Bank and Trust. Banking for your way of life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back. You're watching SCTV. Thunder leading 44-29, but Royal Valley has scored the last, I believe, 8 points, as it was 44-21. Last 8 points spanning the end of the third, going into the fourth quarter here. Klotz with the ball. Feeds it down low to Bryan. She'll try to come around underneath. Kicks it out. Shot up from Latson for 3. Misses. Rebound grabbed by Addie Holthouse. Addie Holthouse up the middle of the floor. Kicks to the corner. Cammie Dallinghouse steps in. Puts up the shot. Short. Tipped. Honeyman grabs the ball. Kicks it out to Dallinghouse. Over to Hallie. They feed it into Holthouse. Up with a shot. They're going to get a foul on number 32. Morgan. What? They called a travel call. Thought they were going to call a foul on Morgan Davis. They have been all over her down low, letting them body up, and surprised they haven't called more fouls in there. both ways, on both ends of the floor. That's a moving pick on Davis that they didn't call. Bryan kicks out. Ladson drives baseline. Turns back. Bryan with a deep, deep three. Good for Kennedy Bryan. And it looks like we have a timeout called by Royal Valley, 44-32 with 4:24 to go. 30-second timeout. We'll be back.
I'll take a grande, no foam, triple cap, double pump vanilla latte with 3.5 ice cubes, slightly shaken, extra whip.
Yeah, that's going to be an upcharge.
Great! This one is on my Kasasa cashback checking account. Kasasa pays me cash back on everyday debit card purchases, plus refunds on ATM withdrawal fees. Go on, take back banking and treat yourself to monthly cash rewards.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Community National Bank.
44-32, Royal Valley Panthers have cut the Thunder lead in half. They had a 23-point lead in the third quarter, and they've cut it in half. It's 44-32, 12-point lead now for Nemaha Central. Thunder have yet to score in the fourth quarter. Into Dollinghouse. And a turnover. Stolen by Klotz. Klotz with the layup. Good. And to Dollinghouse. Pass it up the floor and another turnover. Klotz trying to get it down to Bryan, and Hallie Holthouse getting back quickly to knock it away. Ruski will head in. Dollinghouse will come out. That's a 10-point lead for Nemaha Central. 4 minutes to play in this game. Royal Valley is cutting that lead. There's a drive to the glass from Bryan. Missed, tipped out. Hallie Holthouse with the ball and is knocked out by Royal Valley's Ladson. They get it into Holthouse. Holthouse driving to the baseline, kicks it across to Honeyman. They need good shots, good points. Holthouse with the ball, 44-34. Gruski over to Honeyman. Now to Hallie. She'll try it for three. Good for Hallie Holthouse. A big three ball to get them started here in the fourth quarter. 47-34. Down to the low post. Bryan trying to come around underneath. She stepped out of bounds trying to make that pass. And she made the indication to her coach that she was pushed out. And that's kind of what both teams been doing this evening, and the officials letting it go. Ruski getting it to Hallie, and she is fouled by number 11, Michaela Tai, her second. Fifth team foul. 3:11 to play. They're showing 6 team fouls on Royal Valley, 2 for Nemaha Central. I'm missing one somewhere. I might not have marked down. They inbound it to Addie Holthouse. She'll pass across the lane looking for Garrity. And it was Klotz flying in there to deny it to Garrity, but knocked out of bounds. Thunder will inbound underneath their own basket. They got to throw it in, and they're going to get a 5-second call. And a turnover to Royal Valley. Baradas will check in. Davis will come out. There's Bryan, swatted away on the shot. Honeyman to Dollinghouse, skips it over to Holthouse. Holthouse driving, kick it back out to Hallie. Hallie in the lane. Up with a shot. Good job by Hallie Holthouse. 5 points for her the fourth quarter. 49-34. Back to a 15-point lead for Nemaha Central. Ladson tipped, stolen by Garrity. Garrity running the floor. Stops, jump shot, good. Nice job by Reagan Garrity for 7 in the game. Davis looking to pass it down low. Goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Royal Valley. Nemaha Central with the last 7 straight points here to get their lead back to 51-34. And there's another 5-second call. Boy, they are counting them seconds off fast, it seems like.
Brought us back into the Panthers.
So Nemaha Central will have it from just under 2 minutes to play. They get it into Dallinghouse. Dallinghouse cross half court. Into the lane. Wow, no foul call. 2 players hit the floor. That looked like a blocking foul to me against Broadus, but there's no call. It'll stay with Nemaha Central. They toss it in to Garrity. Out to Honeyman. Now over to Ruski. Skips it to Holthouse. Addie Holthouse with the ball. Honeyman driving. There's a blocking foul called on Royal Valley. Charge to Broadus. Her 4th, 7th team foul. They'll put Honeyman on the line, shooting a 1-on-1. Honeyman gets the front end. She'll shoot another. Second free throw, she gets them both.
Davis back into the Panthers.
Davis checking into the game. Broadus comes back out. Minute 37 to play. 53-34, a 19-point lead for Nemaha Central. Panthers had it down to within 10. And Nemaha Central finally responding. Bryan, nice drive to glass for 2. Bryan with 17 points. Holthouse up the floor. Honeyman gives it off to Holthouse. Addie Holthouse drives, pulls up for the jumper. Good for Addie Holthouse. And a timeout called by Nemaha Central head coach Haddon Hilton. A 30-second timeout. We'll be back.
On any given Friday night, you can find us here, illuminated only by the clear night sky and stadium lights. The ball field, a place for fierce rivals and close friends. A place for celebration, a place for family. We know what it means to come together, to be a part of something bigger, to be united. United Bank and Trust, banking for your way of life. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back. You're watching SCTV. About a minute 6 left to play in the game. I'd like to recognize the last of our sponsors. We have Rainbow Communications, United Methodist Church, Water Conditioning of Seneca, Sailor Insurance, and St. Peter and Paul Catholic Church. I'd like to thank our sponsors for supporting us, helping bring local programming to the community. 55-36, a 19-point lead for Nemaha Central with a minute 6 to play. Bryan drives to the baseline, passes back out high to Ladson. Now back to Bryan. Bryan, high key, passes over to Ladson through her hands but gathers it back up. She'll go to the baseline corner. Now down low, Klotz across the lane, finds Ty. Now Davis. Davis drives down the lane, up with a shot for two.
Davis for two.
Davis with 7 points and a timeout called by Bocher for Royal Valley. The final timeout, the full timeout. We'll be back.
Sailor Insurance has been serving our customers in the Midwest for over 90 years. At Sailor Insurance, we value every family story as we help protect their dreams and their future. Our goal is to make sure that you have the right insurance coverage to protect your family, home, farm, and business so you can focus on what truly matters. Learn more about what we can do for you at SailorInsurance.com.
Welcome back. You're watching SCTV 55-38. Nemaha Central Lady Thunder leading Royal Valley. 37.7 seconds to play. Royal Valley started making a push there in the third quarter, mid-third quarter. And had it down to a 10-point lead early fourth, but Nemaha Central finally responding to it and rattling off a point run of their own to get their lead back up there almost to a 20-point lead. Ruski, cross half court, high coast. There's Cook to Hermish. Nice pass down to Zoe Sudbeck, who's fresh into the game. She gets it in for two. In the lane, shot up from Bryan, and there's a foul call. Goes against number 5, Zoe Sudbeck, her first. Only the 15th foul on Nemaha Central, or the 5th foul on the Thunder in the entire game. Bryan shooting 2 here, missing the first one. Kate Barkowski and number 13, Carly Rottinghouse checking in. Second free throw, good for Bryan. Stidham checks in for Broadus. Royal Valley 3 of 8 from the free throw line in the game. Cook gets it in to Rottinghouse and knocked out of bounds by Ty. Cook needs to realize she's, well, no, she can run the baseline, but now she can't. Cook looking to get it in. And now a timeout called, a full timeout taken by Haddon Hilton to prevent a 5-second call. We'll take another break. Final break of the game, 17.2 to play. We'll be back.
Buying a new vehicle doesn't have to be stressful. Just ask any of our customers.
Wow, that was easy.
Our inventory keeps growing because of our great deals and friendly service. We invite you to come to Nemaha Valley Motors in Seneca, where we have the latest new Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks for the farmer and all of us. Did you say sports cars? Oh yeah, we have those too.
Come see us. It's like a car show every day.
Experience the difference at Nemaha Valley Motors in Seneca.
17.2 to play, 57-39, 18-point lead for Nemaha Central. Thunder Classic starts next week. The boys play on the 17th, the Tuesday. They'll take on the St. Mary's Academy team. Then if they win or lose, they'll play. If they lose, they play at 4:30 on the 19th. They win, they'll play at 7:30 on the 19th. If they win one of those two games, they'll play on the 21st, a Saturday. If they lose both them two games, they will be out of the tournament. Girls' next matchup will be against Marysville. That'll be a week from today, and the ladies only night. There's a foul committed by Michaela Ty. It'll be her third. 8th team to send Kate Barkowski to the free throw line, shooting a 1-on-1. The Lady Thunder will play all 3 of their games. Freshmen at 4:30. JV at 6 and the varsity at 7:30. Barkowski hitting the front end of the 1-on-1. She'll shoot another. Second free throw short. Rebound Hermish. to Cook, back to Hermish. 12 seconds. Hermish with the ball. Now to Cook. They'll rotate here to the near side and poked away out of bounds by Ty with 4.5 seconds to go. Lady Thunder will play in the Wellsville Invitational Tournament week after next. And that's the end of the ball game. The Lady Thunder getting the win 58-39 over the Royal Valley Panthers. Scoring in this game for Royal Valley, Avery Stitham with 4 points. Kennedy Bryan with 18 to lead her team in scoring. 2 of 4 from the free throw line. A pair of three-pointers as well in the game. Alyssa Ladson with a 3-ball in the game. Samantha Klotz with 2 points. 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Shayla Ty with a 3-ball in the second quarter. And Morgan Davis with 7 points in the game. 1 of 2 from the free throw line. For Nemaha Central, Callie Honeyman finishes the night with 7 points, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, a 3-ball in the third quarter. Zoe Sudbeck picking up 2 points, a field goal here at the end of the fourth quarter, coming off the bench. Kate Barkowski hitting a pair of 1 of 2 free throws at the end of the game here, coming off the bench. Hallie Holthouse finishes with 8 points, 2 3-pointers, a crucial 5 points there in the fourth quarter to help spark her team, get them going there. To push back the Panthers when they were making their run. Addie Holthouse leading all scorers and having a great night. Finishes with 25 points on the evening. 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Cammie Dollinghouse finishes with 8 points. She was 2 of 5 from the free throw line. And Reagan Garrity finishes with 7. She was 3 of 6 from the free throw line. Up next will be the boys' game. The Thunder will take on Royal Valley. The boys are 4-4 in the season. They're taking on the Panthers, who are 5-3. The Nemaha Central Lady Thunder's next game will be a week from today, the 20th, at Marysville. And I'm not sure whether I'll be broadcasting that one or not. I will be doing the Thunder Classic games, but I'm not sure I'll get to the Marysville or not. And I'm not sure whether we'll make it out to Wellsville or not as well. We'll have to see what comes out of that a little bit. I got to see if I can find maybe a replacement announcer or however we want to do that. So anyway, congratulations, Lady Thunder. 8-0 on the season. A 58-39 win over Royal Valley. I'm Mike Stahlbaum calling the game for you. Bill Ostrauss on the camera. Caleb Rittenauer with the production work. Thanks for watching. We'll see you at that next ball game.